Hello everyone. It's me, in the AM. A rare occurrence. I am here on a beautiful Saturday morning, April 26th, 2025. And I decided, well, what's a morning kind of video game I can play? Obviously, it's 11:21 a.m. Pacific time right now, so it won't be morning much longer. But, you know, there's different kinds of games. Some games, for example, when I recently played Manhunt, nobody on Earth would mistake that for a game one would play at 11:21 a.m. Maybe some kind of pervert might do that, but certainly not me. So I decided, well, this is a prime time to return to the warm confines of the Super Nintendo, a system on which I probably did the second most morning gaming of my life. The NES was prime morning gaming years. Kirby's Adventure. So much morning gaming with that one. Super Mario Bros. 3. But I also wanted to do something a bit against the grain here today. So, we have, controversially, and for the very first time on Mr. Christopher's video machine, Young Merlin. You can see right below me, right here. This is the European box art for Young Merlin. I chose that because it is more visually interesting than the American box art. The American box art simply says Young Merlin, but Merlin is not pictured. It's just like an old-timey crest that says Young Merlin on it. Whereas here, you get this delicious little animation, this cartoon of the eponymous Merlin. This game was, I believe, given to me as a Christmas gift. My father, a author and poet, though not one so successful that you would necessarily, I drop his name. Anyone who does not know me personally probably will not have heard of him, although I'm reliably told that within poetry circles he's considered a titan of contemporary American poetry. But, within poetry circles, the poet's poet. He did not care for video games very much. A man of the written word who regarded these high-tech conflagrations as a distraction for his children from things he thought were higher priority, like reading and writing and playing the clarinet. He successfully cajoled all three of his children across a span of several decades to play the clarinet as kids. Let me tell you, when I finally got to high school and they had a jazz band program and I got to move from clarinet to saxophone, that was a big day for me. It's just a sexier instrument. Anyone who would play the clarinet surely would prefer to play the saxophone. That's not necessarily true, but I certainly did. I think I preferred the sound of the clarinet a little bit more, but the experience of playing the saxophone was more pleasing to me. So, come, birthdays and Christmas times, I would occasionally get video games as gifts. But my dad would just pile, books on books on books. And I had to sort of act like I was as excited to get all these books. And some of them were great books. I was a big reader as a kid. I'm not knocking it. But there is an element of but I also want a cool video game. And that's the thing that I'm going to be a little more visibly excited about when I open the present than, say, a copy, a hardcover copy of The Once and Future King, which obviously includes the tales of our friend Merlin here. But occasionally he would get me video games that nobody was playing or buying, that I had never heard anyone talk about. I think because he wanted maybe to feel like he was getting one over on the gaming public at large. I don't know. But a surefire way to get him to be tolerant of the idea of getting me a video game is for it to be tethered somehow to something literary, mythological, something that was legible to him, like young Merlin here. This did result in him occasionally getting me into games that turned out to be quite good. At some point here on the video machine, we will definitely play The Last Express, which is I'm not sure how you would characterize it exactly. It's a rotoscoped animation, sort of like mystery point-and-click adventure game set in, I think, World War I, aboard the Orient Express. That game has only risen in esteem since, although I didn't see many people talking about it at the time. That's a very challenging and interesting and fun game, and a real work of computer artistry for its time. But young Merlin, I found a little shy of that at the time. I distinctly remember my dad being annoyed and saying, like, well, Merlin ages in reverse, so young Merlin should be old. You know, maybe you're asking for too much from our friends at, I want to say, what does it say on the box here? Virgin. This is a Virgin game. So presumably Richard Branson was poring over this in the dev room. It is a puzzle game. I guess you would probably characterize it as a puzzle adventure game. I do not recall that there is much in the way of action in this game that is kinetic. Like, my memory of it is that it's like, find these items will help you get past XYZ. Oh, here's a giant pig. Figure out how to kill the pig with your magic. Maybe I'm wrong. I think you, like, throw stardust at people. But it's very bright, very cartoony. It was everything I didn't want in a brand new video game at the time. But now, I come back to it. Through the jaded eyes of adulthood, as we say on my podcast, Now We Know. Patreon.com/NowWeKnow. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you know the drill. By now, hopefully. So, I'm excited to give this one another stab. So let's just jump right in, shall we? Westwood Studios, published by Virgin, developed by Westwood Studios. Westwood Studios? Is that the same Westwood Studios that was producing the radio show Loveline in the 90s? How many Westwood Studios could there be? So here you get a sense of the aesthetic of this game. There's hip young Merlin shredding on his minecart. Gosh. There's the pigmen I was talking about. There's the giant pig that I was referencing. Okay, well, that was a pretty, pretty tight demo. Whoops. Resume. Yes. So, yeah, I want to play the game. There we go. Okay, a purple gem. Why? Why indeed? Why indeed? I think that I need to throw this gem into this pond. Yep, I was right. Look at that. A beautiful rainbow. So each time I get a gem, I gotta toss it in that pond to get new Merlin magics. Look at me go. Merlin's ready to kill.
Ow, 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 ow.
Okay. I remember that this game has what I would characterize as an irritating soundscape. And the grunting ows of young Merlin definitely reinforced that idea. Okay, can I kill this tree? Yes, I can. Alright. I kind of like that. Okay. So, we've got another crystal. Toss it in the pond for more magics. A magic pouch. And now we've got a bottle. Let's fill that up with rainbow water. What does that do? Restores my health. Excellent. More rainbow water, please. R. Okay, switch back and forth. So this, I believe, will get me past these. Yeah, there we go. It's a paralysis magic dust. So I can use that to sneak past some fellas here. Such nice music. Just a chill time with your friend young Merlin. Ah. What? These pigmen are turning into the little guys? Okay. They're reforming into more of them.
Ow.
Ah! Bastard kicked me. Got ourselves a flower. What's that do? Nothing, seemingly. You want me to get this water, too? But my rainbow water. Fine. Well, water everywhere. And all of it to drink. I do wish the screen were more tethered to my central location, because if I run up or down, it takes a second for it to speed up. Like if I'm running down here, these pigs are gonna be, yeah. I can't see where the pigs are, but, Okay. I get some diagonal action here. Full 8 directionality for my star throw. Jesus. Yeah, there's not going to be any end to these guys. They're just going to keep coming. Hey, a heart container. Unceremoniously acquired. Woo! Making a lot less of a fuss about it than they would in Zelda. Unlike Link, young Merlin isn't as flashy. He's a lunch pail hero. You know, he's not going to put up 30 points. He's going to give you a steady 8 and 8 a night. nearly dead. Ooh, a fairy. Ugh. They stole her reflection. I guess I shouldn't assume the fairy's gender. That's just operating under... Okay. In order to not have to remember this, I'm simply going to save a state. Sorry if this feels inappropriate to you, but I don't want to have to write that down, and I don't have a pen on hand. Alright. I badly... Will this water refresh me? A little. Not as good as the rainbow water, but... Alright, shamrocks. What do these shamrocks do? Just coins. Do I get an extra life? We got the mine over here. I don't think it's... Hey. I'm killing it early on here. 2 heart containers in less than, what, 5 minutes I've been playing this? I think Merlin's enemies don't stand a chance. Alright, this is good. Ah! That was good. That's some good character to some things in this game. Well, I know all about them. Sure, I'll have some fairy water, why not? No, yeah, I get that. I'll help you. That's right, yes. A little pushy, a little demanding of my time. There we go. Hey, a new flower. Okay, back at it. Later this evening, for those curious, I see... Oh. I simply failed to lock in. For those curious, later tonight I will be doing a companion, a watch-along stream for the Warriors game tonight. Game 3 of the first round of the NBA playoffs. So, check it out. Should be good. I hope. The status of Jimmy Butler for Game 3 still unknown. As of this recording. Yeah, you know, I definitely like the energy of a lot of these enemies. I like the look and the energy of the pigmen. I like the little gnomes that kick you in the shins. And I like the panache of this evil tree and the way he's madly flinging these exploding acorns at me. I think this is pretty good. Reach him? No. So I have to get inside there and freeze him with this, I bet. Ah, haha. Sorry, motherfucker. Well, you know, he's not a fighter type. He's a wizard who has an anemic spellbook right now, so I suppose I should be forgiving about him getting physically trounced by those imps. Imps, gnomes. I feel like they're imp-sized, but they're displaying more gnomish characteristics. Oh, right. Be careful here. There we go. I'm rolling right along. I'll beat this game in 30 minutes. No. I think the rate at which you get these crystals does slow down eventually. A balloon. Chug-a-lug, Merlin. Oh, that's only one heart? That's not that good. Merlin's gonna be pissing rainbows after this. What's this do? I don't much care for that. Okay. So down here is where those gnomes took the fairy's reflection. It's not clear to me what else I can do to try to... Oh, okay. They have a pugnacious energy that I admire. Perhaps I can scare them off with my grotesque visage? Nope. Okay. It's just impassable to me right now. I thought maybe the balloon would let me drift over them, but no. It's of limited utility right now. So, I guess I'm gonna go in the mine then. There must be a spell I don't have yet that I need. And the only place to go is in that mine. What's more worth it to me? That temporary invincibility? Or the health? I'm gonna stick with the health for now. Because I have been getting beat up pretty quickly. Oh shit, it's dark. I need a torch, clearly. It's getting closer. Right, yeah, I can't do this. I mean, I probably could, frankly, but I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to find a light source. Okay. Well, I guess I'm a little flummoxed. There's gotta be something I'm missing. I can already tell there's gonna be a lot of me using that dumbass balloon ability, wondering if it's gonna do something different, and it is not going to even once until I find the very obvious moment I'm supposed to use it. Okay. I feel like I'm starting to remember that this happened when I played this as a kid, too. There's something I have to do here that was not apparent to me, and it... Can I get through there? No, that's just where the first tree was. Maybe I do have to go in the mine. Maybe the darkness of the mine is just part of the challenge of it. If I can't find another way, I haven't... Oh, over here. Hey, there we go. Pinedale. Okay. Aha. Could this be it? Here we go! Nope. Alright, I gotta get that somehow. Is there a way down? So humiliating every time I use that. Okay, perfect. Alright, we're in business. Aha! And there's the reflection. I hope that this torch just works when I have it. I hope I don't have to have it equipped. Because if I do, it's going to hinder my ability to use other equipment. How forgiving are you, young Merlin? Forgiving. Well, I was about to say, oh, this powder seems a little OP. But there's no, like, if you get backed into a corner or you get hit, you don't have any invincibility frames off a hit, really. The damage just piles up on you so quickly. Like, if I get cornered by 2 or 3 of those guys, they're just gonna mob me up real quick, and I'm gonna be... Merlin will be dead as hell, living in hell. Hope I can trade... I bet I can trade these shamrocks in for... something at some point. So, although the powder is very powerful, I do have to be pretty deliberate about how I use it. Alright, heart me up, baby. Ah. That's rough. Okay, so some of those boarded up places are instant death. But, actually, I mean, it just booted me back to the start of the cave. I guess I don't know what death entirely constitutes in this. Maybe you just always respawn at the opening of whatever zone you're in. Yeah, it's like you know, the way Merlin looks and a lot of the visual style of this, the sprite work, it looks very cartoony in a way that I generally would not like. But I also feel like it's a coherent, like, it has a consistency to how everything looks that I think... It's got like a coherent visual theme, this game, so far at least.
Ow.
I have not been paying close enough attention. I'm sure I'm backtracking, getting all turned around. This happened to me when I played these games as a kid all the time. I was not patient enough about carefully charting either in my mind or the days of the pen and paper map. Some instruction manuals back then would have a couple pages in the back where you could jot down notes. But this was one where probably would have behooved me to actually pull out pad and paper and map out this mine, because games like this I would spend so much time retreading places I had already been. Again, just a function, I think, really of overconfidence and arrogance and a feeling like, well, I'm better than the game, I don't need to plan ahead. I almost never read the instruction booklets for games back then. I was like, no, that's for amateurs. You know, I roll out of bed a 300 hitter. I don't need to read your instruction manual. I don't need to do bunting practice with Joe LaFay. I guess it seems like those enemies, those what do you call them? Are they mine dwarves? Are they trolls? It's a mine, so I guess it's supposed to be the Lord of the Rings dwarven archetype. Or, you know, I don't know. I don't remember what is and isn't in Merlin mythos. Are there, like, dwarves who work in mines? I don't remember. I still have my aforementioned hardcover copy of The Once and Future King on my bookshelf over there. I've been thinking about rereading it sometime soon. Okay, no, I was just here. I gotta lock in and actually figure out where I'm going, or this is gonna get very tiring for you, the viewer, very quickly. Of course, I could use the tried and true maze technique of hugging the right side wall, which means you will always get to the end eventually. Danger. I think I went in that one already. Alright, now we've got some minecart track. So there must be a cart around here somewhere. Since those guys don't respawn, seeing one means I'm on the right track. Should I go in here? Why not? Uh-oh. Okay. What about this one? Did I go in here already? Okay, I need the minecart to make this jump. And it stands to reason that I should keep following this track, because if I'm gonna find a minecart, it's gonna be along the track somewhere. Alright, we got another jump. doing? Music in this game? Okay. It's nothing to write home about, but I think it's pretty serviceable. Is this where I just was? Yeah. Maybe I am gonna have to go in one of these danger doors and just hope that I don't get got. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't feel terribly, I don't know, I feel a little resentful of the idea that I just have to go in all these doors with no way to indicate whether, I'm going to be killed. This one, I bet, is death. But let's give it a whirl, shall we? So one of these doors has to get me somewhere I can't go otherwise. And this feels like it. Alright. It's nice to get to see Merlin as a vibrant young man before he has the hat, the beard, back when he was a mover and shaker. A warrior poet, a warrior wizard. Is at home at the battlefield as he is, ugh, tongue-tied. As at home on the battlefield, as he is in the library. Okay, so that's just a loop.
Ow!
Broken minecart area, huh? Jesus Christ. Alright. Come on, that wasn't fair. Ugh. I lose my water when I was dying earlier, so I may be back to the start soon. Which means I'd have to find my way all the way back here, which is a thought I don't relish. Okay, I'm clearly close to wherever this minecart is. Ha! It sounded like someone waiting for the rapture. I'm clearly close to the minecart. Look at all these indications that I've been conditioned to associate with a minecart. Alright, I'm thinking one of those danger doors is going to be my next step. I really hope I don't get munched. Alright, here we go. Oh, hey, another bottle? How do I get in there? I could really use a second bottle. Okay, no entrance up there. Now, what happened to Merlin? Oh, he died in the mines. He was looking for a bottle. It's like, I just can't... You can't find a good bottle nowadays. Okay, so that can only be accessed by one of the danger doors, clearly. So, I guess I'll just take a stab at this one over here. Have to have a little courage at some point. Fuck! Okay. I wish I remembered exactly which of those doors got me there in the first place. I think it was the one down here. That one, or was it this one? Let's give it a shot. Oh, wait. There we go. Is this the one I just went in? No, I don't think I have been in this one. Alright. Bottle room? Wait, is this where I just was? Yeah, this looks pretty familiar. Okay. Ugh. What? Okay, so some of them are one way. When I sort of got started with all this, I thought, this is a pretty... I think this is a largely fair challenge, but I'm starting to get a little... It's starting to feel a bit tedious. Certainly having them be one way is a little strange. I mean, what? I guess their backs are turned, so I sneak past them going one way. Heart container. Also, I surmise requires me to find one of these danger doors, right? Seems like it. Yeah. Well, sure hope I'm out of here soon. Okay, I don't remember being here. So, let's work our way back to that area that had a lot more mine cart tracks. Something up there. Can't get up there though. Oh, a heart. To be honest, I would leave all these items behind just to get out of here. Maybe that's a choice I'll have. So we got one danger door. We can make our way up here. Okay, maybe this is where that... Aha! Aha! Okay, so... Alright, let's just do it. Well, maybe I should try it. I mean, I know my way back here now, so it's fine. Well, fat lot of good that did me. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's missing a wheel. Ah, shit. No. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Ah! Okay. No. No. This is just the pit over here, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Alright. Maybe going this way will put me in a... Oh. I could have sworn that one took me somewhere last time. Just a second. One moment. Alright. Gotta lock in. Gotta lock in. Alright. We are going. Okay? I think what's happening here is that there's something else before I get to that zone that I need to do around here that I'm missing. The wheel is probably somewhere around here. I've skipped right past it. That's probably the trick of it. Surely. Let's see how high up I can go over here. Yeah, it's definitely in here. This is definitely where the wheel is. Oh, God. This is the entrance, right? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, in here, clearly. Well, I could have gotten here by walking, so... back here. And this is where the mine cart without the wheel is. Well... I feel, a bit like I'm being made a fool of. I'm sure someone watching this right now is screaming at me that it's obvious which of these doors I haven't taken yet. This one's gonna kill me, I know it. Right? This door kills me. No? That's fine, doesn't take me any more interesting, though. Do 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 do. I would have done with a little more difficulty from enemies in here, and a little less meandering. It's hard for me to tell where the I'm uniquely mentally not equipped for this ends, and where the this is terrible begins. I know in myself historically this is the sort of thing that I am not good at, that I don't have the head for. And as such, I try to be forgiving of games that have big mazes like this. Frankly, now that all the trolls or the dwarves are gone, it's a lot harder because they were sort of the breadcrumbs showing me where I'd been already. Now that I've killed all of them, I'm really just fucking adrift. I'm just running in circles. Yeah, why not? Sure. Oh, right, back here. I sure remember going down this ladder already. There's the heart container, so I've definitely been up here. And now here's that danger door that I just came out of. I just came out of that. I'm all the way... It's important that I don't lose the battle in my mind. Okay. I need to forget everything I've ever known about this area. Are there any of those doors I haven't tried yet? Have I been in there? Let's see. Okay, so this is where the track leads you down. Okay, this takes you all the way up. Nothing doing. Okay, so let's try this one back here. And this is the entrance, right? Yep. Great. Great. Back here. Perfect. Okay. Maybe there's something in the lower corner over here I haven't... Okay, no. No. Sort of looks like I could break through there. Maybe if I had the minecart, I could do that. Maybe. It's back to the entrance. I can tell already, once I get this, if I ever get this minecart going, it's going to be great navigating this whole area on the cart. That's going to be amazing. I'm sorry, guys. I can't fucking do this. I'm so... Usually when you're on tilt, it's a feeling of aggravation. This is more like... I don't know. I don't know how to characterize this. I am aggravated, but it's like... It's more the dull ache of aggravation than the sharp stab. I'm not gonna start yelling and screaming and stomping my feet, but... I didn't even mean to go down there. I know there's nothing down there. There's nothing anywhere. Please go somewhere new. No. Oh, God. So they don't even all lead... If I come out of one and go back into it, it might go somewhere else. Or it might just kill me. Ugh. Every time I see that heart container, I realize that I'm just in this loop again. Great. It's fine. Enjoy. Eat away. It's not like I'm going anywhere. Just gotta stop feeling sorry for myself. There's a lot of people in the world who are dealing with actual problems. They'd kill to be in this mine right now. Oh. My brain is turned off right now. I'm hoping that by embracing a almost entirely mentally vacant state where I'm not trying to find my way to a new place, or trying to remember where I've been, or trying to do any of this, that will somehow enable me to punch through. I don't even care. It's fine, whatever. You know. To paraphrase LeBron James, after losing that finals to the Mavs, his first season with the Heat. You know, all these people who hate me, who want me to fail, they're gonna wake up tomorrow with their same lives, their same jobs, their same problems. And meanwhile, Merlin's gonna be out here thriving, using magics they could only dream of. Yep, there it is. There it is. The pit, yeah. Why not? Maybe I should have just gone back into that one. Who cares? I'm never getting out of this mine. What's the point in even worrying about it at this point? This is where the wagon is, up here. Although it lacks a wheel. I have not yet made it to the lower corner down here, but it doesn't seem like I can. Unless there's a door that takes you down there. It's all blocked off. And this is the pit over here. So, what? All right. Okay, so I was supposed to find my way up there. And then I'm supposed to get out by going through that hidden door. So unfortunately, that has done me no good at all. Now I have to start checking all the walls, I guess. Let's see. I've been playing this game for about an hour and 10 minutes now, I think, give or take, right? Something like that. Depending on when I actually started it after my long wind-up of an introduction. And given how breezy the beginning of it was, I would estimate that I've probably spent about 45 to 50 minutes of that in this mine. Great. What a relief. Well, I guess I'm to assume there's a secret wall you can walk through to get that bottle I saw earlier, too. Although I haven't seen that one in a while. Maybe that's where I need to be, wherever that bottle was. But for the life of me, I couldn't tell you where it is now. This ways, maybe? Oh, there it is. Alright, well, we'll have to circle this and try to get it. Since I haven't been around this bottle yet, maybe that danger door down there is... I just gotta find doors I haven't been through. Is this a jump? No. Okay, first things first, we circle the bottle room and look for entry points. I've definitely spent less time around here, so... Alright. So, the secret passages are very obvious. They all are just the places you can't get to. Okay. Well, we'll try that door next. Okay. That was the heart room. That gets me nowhere. Nowhere at all. Unless going back through that door does something, but I'm sure I've done that one already. Okay. Oh. Okay. Wait. Could this be a... No. That would have been too easy. Could the invisible wall be next to the cart? Or the too visible wall? No. Okay. Right. Just a moment, everyone. I'll be back in one moment. Oh, hey, look at this pause screen. I didn't even know this existed. That's nice, isn't it? Alright, one moment. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Had to put these earbuds back in because I wouldn't want to not be able to hear the mine theme from young Merlin. I know where this one goes. It goes back up and a few clicks east. That's the mine up there, nothing down there. Is that a sealed off room that there's a way into? It's at the point where if there's no visible entrance, I have to assume that there's one of those trick walls. Ugh. Didn't mean to go down there. Of course, back here. You know, some games and some gaming experiences, the 2-hour minimum stream rule that I employ flies by. And sometimes it doesn't. Here's where it looks like I can break through. Okay. Okay. I just had a thought. Maybe this is the trick. Well, there you go. Oh my god. Well, I figured it out. It took an hour. Given how often I was using that thing outside, I guess it's a little surprising it took me that long to try it. Perhaps my approach became overly myopic. Well, this is going to weigh heavily on my score at the end of the game. Will I have the grace to acknowledge that I should have tried that sooner? And that had an outsized impact on how this went. I mean, this is not enjoyable to any extent regardless. But, you know, certainly would have been an easier ride had I tried that sooner. You know, for as often as you approach something and the little icon pops up above Merlin's head, I guess I kind of thought he would be like, oh, I should turn into a balloon here. But no, this one was left to the player to deduce. And let's be honest, you know, the only reason I'm grumpy about it is because I didn't think to do it. And now I'm just dithering around in here again. Okay. I'm sorry, everyone. I pride myself on really going as hard as I can on these games and not checking out mentally. But I am as checked out as I've been in a long time. Okay. That fucking wheel had better be up this ladder. I should have known that was... I've been up there before. Alright, well clearly there's another one of those somewhere. Really could not care less about how many hearts I get to allow me to continue playing young Merlin. Death would be a release. Historically, even once we're past the 2-hour marker, I don't stop the stream until I game over. I see how deep I can get. I am, at present, in a situation where I have killed all the enemies in the mine. So, there's nothing... I mean, I guess if I walk into one of those danger doors, then I'm, technically speaking, dying, but it doesn't even really feel like that. It feels like just kicking you back to the entrance. Okay. Alright. Fresh eyes, soft eyes. Soft eyes. I got a new ability that opens up this whole mine. It's like I've never been here before. The veil has been pulled away from my face, and It's a whole new experience. It's a whole new world out there. I gotta loosen up and get excited to find more of these broken ladders in this mine. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Okay, here it is. It's up here. It has to be. A gem. Okay. It's not a wagon wheel, but that's a start. Take me to the wheel, please. Huh? Is this a new zone, or have I been here already? I can't even tell anymore. That's where the bottle was. Okay, I need to go toss this gem in the... That has to be my priority right now. And then once I have that power, maybe it's a magic spell that creates a wheel. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe... No, because there's one wheel on the wagon, so wheels clearly exist. It's not like, oh... The greatest thing since the invention of the wheel, when Merlin created it with his magic spell. Okay. Oh god, I'm not in the mine. Oh, thank god. I mean, I'm gonna have to go back. I know it, you know it. We all know it, but can't we just enjoy this little interlude where I'm not? Alright. Get in there. Yeah, more rainbow, baby. What is that? Okay. Okay, I think that this is gonna get me past those gnomes who are blocking the way to the fairy's reflection, and then maybe the fairy has a wheel. Yeah? Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Whatever else, I mean, everything's coming up Merlin right now. Merlin has debatably never been in a better position than he is, right now. Springtime for Merlin. Alright, you little bastards. Yeah, get out of here. You're gone, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, thank God. This had better have been worth it. Huh? Meanwhile... Laura Palmer voice, meanwhile. Okay, so now I can go to Pinedale or wherever. Do they have a wheel there? Y'all got wheels in Pinedale? Ooh. Alright. Really, savoring this austere walk with this, this comely maiden. There's a wrench. Okay. That wrench might help me attach a wheel to that cart. Hey, what do you know? Another password. Alright. Onwards and upwards. Everything is going great now. Everything I said before I take back. We're back on track. This game is great. And yet the knowledge that I'm gonna have to go back into that mine hangs over my head like the sword of Damocles. Okay. Alright, Bright Lights player. Come on, Chris. Hey, new music. Wrench me. Up. Merlin's getting his flirt on. Joke's on you, sucker. I still got this wrench. Can I give her a flower? If she were outside, maybe I could. Okay. I fill my water at least? No. So Pinedale is one house, one angry dad and his attractive daughter. A Stargate. Inoperative. A stump with a heart in it. I don't have anything that fits in there. Unless I could wrench it. Excuse me. Stolen Valor, I am Merlin. Couldn't you magic up a key for yourself? Oh, great, a maze. A hedge maze full of gnomes. And bush monsters. Well, I don't have any better ideas. Into another maze. A more traditional maze this time. Maybe I will just adhere to the hug the right wall theory of maze exploration. At least then I'll know that I've seen everything. Touché. Well, there's the wizard's key. Well, that strategy worked out alright. Guess I'll go drop this key off. I certainly hope this hackneyed Merlin-esque wizard, although he clearly predates Merlin having that affected old wizard look, will be able to reward me with some Merlin-esque magic. I'm not in good shape, guys. That mine thing. I really, it took it out of me. It laid me pretty low. Just break your window, man. Make a new one. Oh, a fishbowl! Oh, I can put a fish in it? Yeah. That's one of many possible uses I could have for a fishbowl. Thank you. God damn. Okay. So basically, you got me another bottle that's shaped a little different. Doesn't hold water as well. It'll splash around. The benches are a nice touch. Oh, another flower.
Ow.
I feel like I've got enough flowers right now, if I'm being honest. You fuck off. This do? Same thing? Yeah, just more health water. But I do have 2 bottles now. I'm sleepy. I think that might be all there is to this maze.
Ow. Ow.
I do still find getting kicked by them a little charming, even if I'm not in the best mood for it. I think it's fun. Okay, so I have a fishbowl now. Can I use the fishbowl in this river and just scoop a fish? No. Got another flower. Can I give that to that dizzy dame over in that house there? And it is like a rose, right? Looks a bit rose-ish. True love's rose. I'll trade you a rose for a wheel. Nope. have to bring a fish to the wizard? Is that the idea? My favors to him have not ended. He also demands a fish. Go back up in the maze, I guess. Maybe there's something else up there I missed. This is going to be an interesting one to rank. Oh, I feel you, buddy. Oh, you want a fish. Okay. I can't imagine it being this pliant. Oh, can you get a key? I'm locked out of my house. Okay, I fought gnomes and shrubbery men to get your key back. Okay, great. Hey, I just built this fish bowl. Can you get me a fish? Okay. Oh, God. Just gotta go back to the conservative strategy of hugging the wall all the way through the maze. Now that I know there's secret breakaway walls too, I'm sure that might be a factor. That's where I got the key. Okay, so I can move on from here. Like so. Hug the right wall. Well. Okay. Right, that only works in mazes that don't have wall breaks like this.
Ow!
Fuck off. This is the same track I started on. We got about 10 minutes to go. Let's see if I can find this fish in the next 10 minutes.
Ow! Ow!
I suppose there's a fish in that fountain earlier, is there? Probably not. That's definitely not it. Right, here's the wall. Okay. It's not that I don't appreciate a third bottle, but...
Ow! 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 Ow!
I'm getting suspicious that it's not in this maze.
Ow!
No fish in there. Oh, God. Okay. I'm pretty sure I took no more than 10 minutes to intro this, so... at around 125, 128 in there, we're calling it. And then, I'll get down to the hard business of adding this to my list of greatest games of all time. It's possible that it won't come in dead last. Haunting starring Poltergeist, I really loathed by the end. Although, as a premise, you'd be hard-pressed to deny that it's a better idea. I don't know, there's nothing wrong with the idea of a light, children's, fetch quest puzzle game starring young Merlin. There's nothing wrong with that. I think I've encountered some issues in execution. And, I haven't helped myself. As it turns out, this is a style of game that my, inability to have strong recall of mazes, has proven problematic. But frankly, it's like, mazes are not... Maybe too many mazes early on in this game. Can I break in using this wrench? No. If that won't impress the ladies, I don't know what will. That fucking wizard has another gem to give me more magic, I bet. Or maybe he has a wheel, but I don't know where his fucking fish is. It must be somewhere back here. I need a fucking fishing pole to catch a fish. Is that where they're gonna go with this? I'm not going back in the mine in this playthrough, unless I were somehow given conclusive proof I needed to. Such as getting a wheel for the wagon. You know what, actually? I wonder if I even need the wheel, or if the wrench is just supposed to represent, okay, I can fix it now. I guess I kind of owe it to myself to go back and see. Yeah, I'm not getting the fish here. Okay. Once more into the mine. We're gonna use this wrench on that wagon. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I'll basically be out of time. And I can go do something else with my day. Make some lunch. I got some ramen noodles in the kitchen. Got some smoked salmon trim I can fry up in a pan. Do a little salmon ramen arrangement. Should be good. I've gotten pretty good at spicing up, plussing up those noodles lately, so should be a fine lunch. Oh, great. They're back. A dwarves story. Okay. Let's just see how quickly I can do this. Surely I must remember better now, right? Yeah, in here is going to take me right back up. Or not.
Ow! Ow!
Just
Ow!
let's leave me be, alright? I don't like this any more than you do.
Ow!
Okay. Come on, baby. Let's fix this thing. No. No, I do. I do need the wheel. Okay. So. Save the state, and, that's gonna be all for today. So, young Merlin. That was pretty bad. My inability to figure out the mine was the most maddeningly helpless I have felt in any of the games we've played so far. It goes without saying that I think it was both the fault of my own ineptitude and my own lack of thinking outside the box, but also the game sort of set the precedent that when there was an item you needed to use to do a certain thing, it was going to pop up a little thought bubble telling you to use that item. That was recurring all throughout this, and it did not do that with the balloon. So, had I figured that out sooner, it would have saved a lot of time. But then I get to Pinedale, I get the key, the guy gives me a fishbowl, what the fuck do I do with this thing? All in all, That was a highly unpleasant experience. I did not enjoy that at all. But let's not be negative Nellies. What are some things I liked about young Merlin? As I said, when I was in the mines, right before my blood started to curdle, I think although it has a childish and kind of cartoony aesthetic, I think the look of the game is coherent. I think it looks okay. I think that the music, when you are not, say, listening to the mine theme for an hour straight, while doing the gaming equivalent of having someone stomping on your foot, I think the music was okay. Light, medievally fair. I think it's cool that when you put the crystals in the lake that there's a rainbow there. That's fun. The little gnome guys are amusing. I like the sort of little voices they do, where they're saying like, "Put 'em up," when you approach them and they're gonna fight you. I think some of the slapstick cartoon stuff with them is entertaining. I especially liked the guy on the bridge who draws the line on the bridge, and then when you cross it, he is shocked and runs away and then draws another line. I thought that was pretty solid. What didn't I like about it? Uncompelling overall. Does not, if you know nothing about it, doesn't deliver on what I think a child would expect if sight unseen they bought or rented a game with Merlin's name in the title. I think you would expect a little more high magic and fantasy than you get out of this. The mine was interminable. That goes without saying. To then have the hedge maze, it's like, okay, we're a little oversaturated on mazes here early on. It really felt like the wheel should have been in the mine, and maybe it is. Maybe it was still in there somewhere, and I just couldn't find it. You know what, in fact? I'm going to quickly tab over and see if I can answer this question. Young Merlin, mine, wheel, location. Wheel. Control F, wheel. Wheel. Found on the mine cart. Oh my god. You take it off the mine cart that's outside of the mine. So, the mine cart that is sitting disused outside the mine, once you get the wrench, you take the wheel off that. And then you put it on the one inside the mine. I really don't know. Is it worse? Is it better than Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage? No. Is it better than Haunting starring Poltergeist? This is the clash of the century. I don't know. Haunting starring Poltergeist had some fun frights, but at a certain point, once I had seen them, and the programming on the guys you're trying to chase out of the house is so bad, it became maddening so quickly. And it started to take on a similar character to what I felt with young Merlin, where it's like, no, I'm just like working in a factory. Like, it didn't feel like I was playing a game anymore. Young Merlin more felt like I'm playing a game that I can't figure out. And the way I can't figure it out feels punitive and unfair and not fun to me. Strategically punitive, because it's sort of holding your hand on some things, and then very much not on others. Like when I walked by the cart and had the wrench, Merlin wasn't like, oh, hey, take this wheel. I could have been paying closer attention, I could have been thinking about it more, but I was pretty on tilt by then. I was a lot angrier during Haunting starring Poltergeist. I shouted and blew out the mic. Maybe that's why my old microphone was destroyed. Because of the anger I was radiating during that. Young Merlin, I was angry, but it was more of a disgusted resignation. It's more the kind of anger that instead of, being explosive outwardly, just festers in you over and over again. Festers in you for years until it finally erupts in some kind of act of self-destruction. Like, I'm not going to commit pain or violence unto others because of how young Merlin made me feel. It will only be a toll that I myself pay. Graphics, better in Poltergeist. More my speed. Concept goes to Poltergeist. Execution of concept probably goes to young Merlin. I think it is what they wanted it to be, whatever you think of that. I don't know. I'm just going to take a second and close my eyes and try to visualize the emotional tenor that I was at during Poltergeist. And then touch back into how playing that made me feel just now. And the answer will come to me. I've been doing a lot of meditation lately. I think this will be beneficial to me. Young Merlin is better than Haunting starring Poltergeist. And I say that because if I had been different, if my brain had been different, if I had tried that balloon thing a little faster, the interminability of that mine would have been mitigated. There's nothing I could have done to have had a better time playing Haunting starring Poltergeist. There was no deficit of understanding that made it more grinding to me ultimately than it was. Haunting starring Poltergeist, fundamentally to me, they made the whole game out of the mine. So, yeah. It brings me no pleasure to say, but Yep, we gotta do it. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright. There you have it. It's on the list. It's official. There's no point in me sitting here wondering whether I did the right thing. I did do the right thing. For me. I just remember playing Haunting starring Poltergeist, and I was like, all I want is for this to be over. The whole game. And playing Young Merlin, all I wanted was for the mine part to be over. I was still curious what would lie beyond it. There is no such curiosity in Haunting starring Poltergeist. You know what it is. I'm gonna do these scares that get old fast. Only about 1 out of every 7 or 8 of them is worth a damn. And every 5 minutes I'm gonna go back into the dungeon for more Ecto. So yes. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link for NES, continues its dominant perch as the best video game of all time. It has now fended off 4 different challenges to its supremacy in the form of Haunting starring Poltergeist, Manhunt, Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage, and Young Merlin. These 4 have all stood up to rattle sabers with Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. And none of them have even come close. Link has gored them all on his sword in the blink of an eye. Snicker Snap? What's the Jabberwocky thing? Snicker Snack? That he does with the sword? Snicker something. So does Link brandish his blade and slay the beasts of these 4 quite mediocre games. Although I will say, Manhunt, light years beyond Young Merlin and Haunting starring Poltergeist. And well beyond Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage. But Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage, a good gap between that and Young Merlin and Haunting starring Poltergeist. As poor a time as I had with it. If anything, so far, what I'm most surprised about is that ActRaiser 2 continues to sit at 4. Now that the list is out to 8, comfortably above the middle point, the cleave point on this list. Given that game's bad reputation, on a lot of lists, 8 deep, you would probably have seen it sink down by now, but it continues to hold tight. As is, the official canon on Mr. Christopher's Video Machine. These are the only games, as far as I'm concerned, that exist. I haven't played the other ones yet, so I put those all out of my mind. So as it stands now, ActRaiser 2 is the 4th best video game of all time. I'm curious to play the original someday. I wonder if it'll be better or worse. I have no memory whether it is or is not. And Haunting starring Poltergeist is the worst game of all time, yet also the 8th best. And I do know, in theory, in a vague way, that they've made a lot more than 8 video games. So being the 8th best of all time is actually pretty good. So hats off to Electronic Arts for that. Alright. I don't think there's much more to say on this one. I had a good time bringing you a little morning matinee, MCVM matinee today. I will be back on the air later tonight, as it is my intention to do a stream along for the Golden State Warriors Houston Rockets playoff game tonight. That'll be going down at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. I am a podcaster and a pre-recorded jazz radio DJ broadcaster. I am not a live play-by-play sports commentator. But I did one of these streams for Game 1. It was popular, very well attended. More viewers than I typically get for the standard MCVM video game streams. So people seem to enjoy it. I will be trying my level best to commentate the game in a way that will allow anyone watching through this to get the full experience, to at least know what's happening on a play-to-play basis. And I might try to bring it down a notch this time. Do a little slow and low. Golden State Warriors ASMR. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that should be fun. So check it out if you are so inclined. And yeah, but very glad to have been here with you this morning. Adding to this list gives me life in so many ways. And I'll never have to play young Merlin for this show again, so that's something. Onwards and upwards. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll be back soon. Cheers.